Hi, I'm Philip here. I'm now in my installation art. It's totally dark actually, so you can't see. So that what I'm doing here actually, I'm touching a piece of my art, and then there is a Braille at the bottom, right? So on top, I can feel it's a brain actually, right? So it's a brain that I'm touching to tell that we must focus our mind all the time, and then when we work, so that we can get things right. So you can feel the textures of the brain in the darkness, and then you can also feel the Braille at the bottom. All those who don't understand, but you just feel it. So because in the darkness, when you touch something that with textures, it's totally different. So I hope that everyone will come and do the same thing, to come and touch my art.
Local artist Philip Wong's installation art was one of the many art pieces that visitors could experience at the Journey of Sight art exhibition held at Berjaya Times Square, Kuala Lumpur recently.
We are not born to be visually impaired, so we can see all the time. So when you come to this kind of experience, so it's a time for us to have more compassion for people like this. Because this group of people that have special needs actually, so we must have this kind of compassion for them. And also in the art form is to let everyone to have different experience in our life. So not every time we must see things. Sometimes we don't see things. I think it's very enjoyable also.
For this exhibition, Philip is showcasing 15 pieces of Braille art in a black box. Each lies a special message that the artist wants to convey.
So there's still a lot of message. Either you can get it or not. For example, this piece is 24, so every human being is the same. We only have 24 hours to show that we are all the same actually. There's a few pieces about love, but this piece I create a heart shapes for everyone, not only just people who are visually impaired or people who can see. I'm sure they will know how the heart shapes are like. So this is a very common piece that everyone can understand. And then on top of the heart shapes, there are also a lot of Braille with textures. For people who are visually impaired, they can read some of the character, the alphabet inside. But for people who can see, they only can feel that it's the textures. So it's just for the good feeling actually.
Philip hopes visitors will have a different perspective on how they see the world after visiting his black box.
People, when they come here, they're very curious about the black box, what is going on inside. And then they didn't know that, they didn't know that inside there's a lot of art pieces. So when you tell them that to experience in the darkness, and they are very excited because nobody had experienced before, like people like us, we can see. So they never experienced before how if we can't see. So, but when they come in, after they go out, they see things differently because it's really different. Because in the darkness when you can't see, so some if they get it, they will feel that it's so important. Our eyes is so important.
The importance of eyesight is also the message that Save One's Sight Missions Berhad and the Malaysian Glaucoma Society want to convey throughout the exhibition. They organized the Journey of Sight art exhibition, hoping to educate the public about various eye diseases and to combat unnecessary blindness among Malaysians.
Every 5 seconds, someone somewhere in this world just lost their eyesight. And by the time you go to sleep at night tonight, 18,000 people would have been visually impaired. This is a statistic given by WHO back in 2010. And if nothing is being done about it, by the turn of this decade, it would be 1% every second. And that's 90,000 people becoming visually impaired in a day. The message for our Journey of Sight is actually how the visually impaired perceive this world. And our main objective is only one, and that is through the medium of creative arts. We pray and hope that the visitors will appreciate the beauty that these artists have created, and also in a way be aware of the eye disorders around, and lastly to appreciate their God-given eyesight.
And when they learn to appreciate, we are hoping that even through that journey inside the black box, where they can understand how the blind actually feel and look at things, we want to achieve that awareness now, in the sense that we will touch them with arts, we will inspire them and encourage them to take good care of their eyesight, especially among the the younger generation. It's one of our main concerns ever since we started moving on to this community work of providing eye care information is the concern we have for the younger generation. A lot of times they are spending on the computers. They need a lot of visuals to do their work. They depend a lot on their eyes. But yeah, at the same time, because of this dependence, they are also taking it for granted. And there are many cases of nowadays the teenagers, the younger ones, having a lot of eye problems, contact lens, spectacles. This all could lead to some other eye disorders in the near future.
So it's quite apt for the organizers to also rope in students from the One Academy to create their artworks that highlight on eye diseases such as glaucoma, astigmatism, color blindness, and more.
我们做眼睛的 disease 是 glaucoma， 然后我们 research 过 glaucoma 呢，他们的那些 patient 他们看东西呢是 focus on the middle， so 他们旁边是会 blur。And then 如果 getting more serious 呢，他们会变成 permanent blind。就是我们这个 artwork 是关于说一个人他的 side view， 他是拿着一片纸，好像一个 plastic scene 这样，他看着一个东西，看着这个城市。然后我们把这个城市的这边呢，我们把它拆成是晚上，可是里面呢，我们拆成是白天哦。然后里面呢，我们是做可以 spin 一个 mechanism 哦，我们要让人家知道说 what is happening on the underground。因为地底下东西我们不知道嘛，所以我们这些是靠我们想象力，就是也要告诉人家说，很多glaucoma patient呢，他们就是看东西有时 blur 嘛，他们好像有时候要靠自己想象力来判断这个是什么东西，这个是什么东西。
Astigmatism is actually like when people look at the things, right, there will be like blur version, and then it divides into 3 stages. The one that we do is about the third stage. The third stage is like in the middle will be clear version, but then when outer place will be like blur. And then astigmatism also like sensitive with light.
In the center, we put the light source on the center because it's clear and bright in the center. Then the outer space will be blur and dark. That's what patients of astigmatism see. So we do layer inside, then makes it clearer inside and blur outside.
Normally, color blindness, people cannot difference between the color red, green or brown. So we doing traffic light to let other people to difference between trytanopia, protanopia or normal. Trytanopia normally cannot differentiate between the red. Example, the red they see the red is the brown color. For protanopia, normally they see like green and yellow, they see yellow.
With these colorful and compelling visual arts and photographs, along with the unique Braille art in a black box, the artists at the Journey of Sight Art exhibition hope their message of appreciating one's eyesight come across loud and clear.